Hello, Proven Affiliates. I hope you are all enjoying life in the Zeus cycle from week one. However, we haven't technically gotten into it. This is the Friday before that, but I'm doing videos early. So hopefully you did enjoy week one. Hopefully it's kind of like a nice little fun one. I'm excited to get into it and kind of get in that consistency in there with a new squat cycle slash deadlift, strict press. So we're looking at some fun stuff in there. Really excited about it. So now we're in week 2 of the cycle. We're going to continue those progressions, kind of build on some things and really kind of progressively load things up and play with some different time domains, some different skill work that's built in here this week, and some different kind of fun stuff and Murph prep that's kind of done in like a little bit different style, but the kind of idea and focus of continuing to build that muscular stamina and volume as we progress in here and still building in some run volume is kind of the idea and overflow to this week. So Monday, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting into a ring muscle up and snatch primer. We're working on some snatch kind of focus technique work, then coupling that with some skills and drills for the ring muscle up before getting into a 20-minute EMOM that's more of a skill strength EMOM where we're doing low hang squat snatches coupled with ring muscle ups, and then an echo bike that's done in about 45 to 50 seconds with a 1-minute rest afterwards. This can be done in a really good class setting where each person's on just a different station and we're actually loading up within the EMOM on that. So it's kind of one of those ones where we've actually put like a strength movement in there, but we've also put a high skill movement in there. And the idea is to kind of really progress weightlifting and gymnastics on that EMOM for our Monday. Now, Tuesday, we're going to be getting into our back squat progression. We're going from 5 sets of 5 to 5 sets of 4. We're going to be increasing load. So we're starting at a higher percentage. We're ideally building to a bigger percentage. We're now coupling this with stick jump overs. These are supposed to be high. The big thing to know about that is when we do a jump to a box, you're landing high, whereas now you're landing low on the stick jump over. So you're going to get a little bit more of that compression and that landing effect, considered more like a depth jump where you're landing and having to kind of land like a cat, which is going to be something that you really want to focus on with a lot of your athletes. However, it is safer for the shins as you're not going to be hitting a box if you miss the box. We'll go into an 8-minute AMRAP on that day where we'll be doing wall walks into wall facing handstand pushups and then a higher box jump where you are landing on that box. A note about this one that you're going to increase wall walks each round on that. So you're going to get a little bit more of a upper body muscular endurance fatigue in there as kind of like a big focus for the day. Now, Wednesday, we're going to be going into a 30-minute AMRAP with the focus on aerobic threshold work and midline stamina of toes to bar, running, and single arm overhead carries. Before moving into our Thursday, where we're going to be getting into the first session of our deadlift progression here, where we're going to be going 6-6, 4-4, 4-4, ending at about 80%, or something where you're thinking about, okay, if I could probably do maybe 6 to 8 reps of that deadlift weight, that's where we're going to end at for our 4, really looking at technical proficiency and bracing patterns, before moving into a 4-time workout in that 6 to 9 time domain, where it's a sprint style chipper of echo, burpees, and double unders. Then Friday, we're getting into a clean complex, working again at that low hang position. So we did low hang snatch Monday. We're doing low hang clean on Friday, coupled with a jerk. So that's the clean complex where we're going to be doing 2 low hang squat cleans, stand up, and hit a good split jerk. We're going to be going every 2 minutes there, building up to something kind of heavy for the day. And then going into 5 by 2-minute AMRAPs, no rest between. So it's really a 10-minute AMRAP where you're starting off each segment with thrusters, rowing, and finishing off each segment with max strict pull-ups in the remaining time of those 2 minutes. And you're going to continuously do that for the 10-minute clock on that workout. Now, Saturday, we have a 20-minute AMRAP, which is like kind of like a nice pumpy style AMRAP, coupled with a core finisher. So we're going to kind of have a 2-parter there, but we're really working on more accessory core finisher as the second part of that workout. And we're going to be doing bench, dual dumbbell step ups. I know that there's been controversy about that in quarterfinals. However, I think it's still a great movement to add into class, just not necessarily something that maybe is easily judged. Then we'll go into devil's press, which is going to be chest to deck, between the legs, punching overhead. So we'll go bench, dumbbell step up, and devil's press, finishing off on Sunday with a cardio party of row, run, and echo, with the idea of increasing our VO2 max, going every 10 minutes for 3 sets, really pushing the pace, pushing the intensity. The way to increase your VO2 max is to really push the pace. That's what we're going for today, where we're really thinking about like a 5 to 7 minute time domain with a 3 to 5 minute rest period between each one of those sets and hitting kind of nice, fast. There is some optional accessory work that you might be able to add in that day of hips, midline, and back. So just a little note about kind of how we're tackling the week. Really fun one ahead. Excited to see you in the gym.